Hello, beautiful, lovely, crafty friend. I'm Sasha, and this is Love Builds Across, the place where we build each other up whilst doing the things we love. And today we're going to be loving some foiling as well as some distress oxides. So let's get crafty. First off, Happy New Year, everyone. I hope you have a beautiful 2022. So I know towards the end of last year I stopped posting, but guys, my mom had COVID-19 and I just couldn't bring myself to be here all lively and cheerful whilst my mom was dying basically because she has heart disease. So the COVID was really doing the worst to her. But she's much better now, so I'm going to try and be more consistent with my posting. And today we're going to be looking at some Alina Cuttle stuff. I am on the Alina design team, and these are the stencil. It's a stencil bundle from her shop on AliExpress. And I think some of it is available on Amazon. So we've got a pack of 12 stencil. Guys, 12 stencils in one pack. Seriously, this woman does amazing value, okay? If not for anything else, just go to her shop for value, okay? Because it's amazing value. So anyway, today we're going to be using these two stencils here, this sunflowery thing, and then this one here with like leaves and a flower. I'm not really good with my descriptions, but I hope you get what I mean. And then we've got a happy birthday die and some shiny balls. So shiny balls. I'm sorry, guys. Anyway, we also need some gilding flakes and some Crackle mousse from Tonic Studios. If you don't have Crackle mousse, just use embellishment mousse. I just like the crackle effect, and then also some chalk mousse as well. I love this stuff. This is my third batch of chalk mousses. Love it. So before we start making the cards, let me just show you what we're going to be making. So just look at that sparkle. You know when something is shiny and sparkly as well, it's sparkling. Just look at that sparkle, guys. I did use foil sentiments, but for this video, we're not going to use foil sentiments. So you'll need two watercolor card panels. This is 4 by 5.5 inches, and I'm using watercolor card from Crafty's Companion, but you can use it from whichever shop you prefer. And I've just got my stencil here. These stencils are for slimline cards, but I'm just showing you, you can use them for whatever size card you want. You just gotta be a little creative. So now I'm sticking it using masking tape because that's what I have, guys. If you have those stenciling platforms, then use that. I have masking tape and it's 50p, so why not? So anyway, just spatula it on. I'm joking. This one is the Crackle mousse one, so we're just going to paste it but leave some gaps so that, you know, you'll see later anyway. So just leave some gaps. Don't cover everything up. And we're starting with the Crackle mousse one so that it dries whilst we're doing the other chalk mousse card. So leave that to dry. You can already see the shine, right? So I usually use a wet wipe to just clean off my stencil and get as much of the paste off as I can before I pop it in water. That helps with the cleaning, but you can do it whichever way. So we're going to do the same thing with the next stencil, but we're going to use chalk mousse instead of Crackle mousse. So now that you've got it all stuck down, you're going to paste. This time we're pasting our paste. We're pasting our paste everywhere. We're pasting our chalk mousse everywhere. Just get a really nice application and make sure all those flowers are covered so that we can get a really nice impression. And look at that. Isn't that just beautiful? And you can see that's matte. It doesn't have a shiny finish like the other mousses. And you can dry it with your heating tool, which is what I did off camera. So what you're going to do is put your stencil back in the same spaces as your dry mousse. I hope I'm explaining that right, because that sounds like gibberish in my head. But you're just going to find the same spaces and then tape it down. If you've got the right tools, use the right tool. I've got masking tape, so I'm taping it down to my glass mat. Then I'm grabbing my distress oxide in those colors, which I will link in the description, so don't worry about catching it now. So I'm just going to start off first by adding my Quiche Flamingo. It's going to be a really light layer, guys, so don't go just think of light things. Think of clouds, think of a ballerina on their feet. I think in food, so I'm going to think of candy floss. Just think light candy floss and get a really light layer on there. If you don't want to watch this, you can fast forward to guys, I haven't figured out how to do the timestamp thing, so you figure it out. You fast forward. You're the one who doesn't want to watch this, so you do the work. You fast forward. No, I'm kidding. Okay, right. Just fast forward. I'm sorry. Once I figure out how to do timestamps, I will start adding timestamps. But then now you're going to go in with some wilted violet and just get the what I would say is the edges of the pink. So where your pink stopped, add some wilted violet. And then now we're going in with some salvage patina around the tips. I've done it this way, but you don't have to do it this way. I've done it this way so that I remember for when I'm doing future cards. So you do pink first in the middle of your flower, and then purple around the edges of that pink, and then your tips are going to be salvaged patina. But make sure you leave spaces because you still got two more colors, which is the blue and the green. So make sure you leave spaces. Don't cover everything up, okay? Don't be too eager to like cover up your flower with ink. And then next we're going to grab our prize ribbon, okay, and we're just going to use that to make our purple darker. So you're literally going to go over all the purple areas so that we just get a nice darker hue of purple. As you can see there, that purple, once you add the prize ribbon, isn't it just like, wow, gorgeous? Guys, I love purple. If you didn't know, at some point I even had purple hair in my life. I know, right? To be young again. So anyway, you're going to finish off with Lucky Clover. You're going to put that over the areas that are blank, or wherever there's like salvage patina, because salvage patina and Lucky Clover create this really gorgeous turquoisey like color. I don't know, I don't go on holiday much, but in the holiday pictures, you know that watercolor, the color of water that you normally see, that's what that color is. It's so beautiful. What is it called, guys? Comment below and let me know what that color is. It lagoon blue? Anyway, blend it to your taste. So I felt like I wanted some more pink, so I'm going back in with my pink brush and adding the pink to the center. But you don't have to do this, just blend it to your taste. Now grab your fan brush and then you're going to splatter some water. You can use your other paint brushes, but this fan brush adds just enough water so that you don't get a huge splotchy mess. You don't want your ink to spread everywhere unless you're controlling it like this. You're going to use your fan brush and add water and just pull out some of the color from the edges of your flower or wherever the water has sort of leaked out of your stenciled shape. You're just going to, guys, I'm so sorry if I'm not explaining this in a way that makes sense, but I am not a watercolor artist. But what I do know is that you're creating a wash using the color that's already on the page. So I'm literally just dipping my fan brush in water and then using it to just pull out some of the color from the edge of that flower and then spread it everywhere. So just go ahead and keep doing that until you end up with a whole covered panel, and you can see that just transforms it, doesn't it? It looks so dreamy. And then you're going to dry it, obviously, and you've got your dream piece. Look at that, guys, it's so dreamy. I just love this dreamy look. So if you feel like too much of the color has washed out, just grab your stencil and put it back in place and then blend in some of that color black back in like so. Or you can just go with the really white washy look. It just depends on what you like. So now I'm grabbing my detailing brush. This one is from Arteza. It's just a small detailing brush. If you trust yourself, you can just use the tip of your glue. But I don't trust myself. I've got like mad shaky hands. So I'm going to use this little brush just to add a bit of glue to the edge of my flower petals. Yes, my flower petals. I love it when I find the right terminology in my brain because most of the time I just want to say the flowery doodas. Anyway, you're going to view this as adding highlight with white gel pen on your coloring. So the same places where you would add highlights, just add glue and then wait for your glue to get a bit tacky before adding your gilding flakes so that you avoid a really horrible mess. Okay, guys, it gets messy and you don't want to ruin your panel. And then I'm just grabbing a hard bristled brush and this is the back of my Arteza eraser. It's got a really nice hard brush. So I just used that one. And what you get is like this beautiful, like shimmery, oh my gosh, guys, it's like really so beautiful. I'll do the rest off camera, then I'll be back here. Look at that. So good, right? So to finish off, I'm just going to trim off the excess from the sides and then add some foam tape to the back and stick it on a card panel just like so. And then I'm grabbing my sentiment dies from Alina's shop and these dies as well. Like, guys, this bundle is so good. So it's got a bunch of sentiments, 2 packets of sentiments, right? And then the die that cuts it out into like little strips. So good, right? If I even tell you the price, you might faint from shock. But anyway, I found this one that says for my fabulous friend, but I don't want the for my, so I'm just going to chop off the for so that it just says my fabulous friend and just round the corners there. And then we're going to stick it over there, somewhere there. I've also added foam tape to that little strip. For the birthday die, I'm going to double it with some white, with the white die cut, since I can't add foam tape. So this way I'll get some of that dimension. Then I'm going to stick everything down and finish it off with some of these beautiful pearls from Alina's shop. You can see them right there. I don't know why they're so far, but anyway, that's our card. Guys, they're so pretty. Like, you didn't even need a hot foiling machine for this. Like, you can just do it yourself with glue. And we've got a mummy card. So this is the card I showed you at the beginning. This is the mummy and that's the baby card. So pretty, right? Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and do the next card. Our panel is dry now and you can see that sparkle, yeah? That shimmer and shine, sparkle, sparkle. Oh yeah. Anyway, you're going to take your stencil and do exactly like you did. And we're going to start with Kish Flamingo, just like we did with the other card. Light layer, candy floss layer of Kish Flamingo, followed by some wilted violet around the edges, just like we did with the other card, guys. Follow the system, okay? The system works. And then you're going to add some salvage patina to the tips. I must confess, the system is a bit weird with this card because things are not just, it's not just a simple flower shape, but then just, you know, go with the flow and trust the system, okay? So now we're going to add our blue to the purple just like we did with the other card. And then we're going to finish off with some Lucky Clover. I just love, once you add the Lucky Clover, it just like uplifts it, doesn't it? And then I'm going to go in again with my Kish Flamingo just to add a bit of the pink that we've lost. And of course, you're going to add your splatters exactly just like the previous cards, guys. The only difference is the stencil and this part, because we're not going to do a wash for the background. What you're going to do, if any of the ink has sipped under the stencil, just grab a wet wipe and dab it off. You can add clear water to it if it's really stuck on there, and that will lighten it enough to look like it's not there. And then dry your panel and trim off the excess just like we did before. Add some foam tape and stick it to a card base. So for the sentiment, I've got this circular sentiment from Alina's shop and I've cut it out of Harvest Gold cardstock from Tonic Studio. This is my favorite cardstock, guys. So I don't want the circle, so I'm just trimming it off until I've got just the happy birthday part left. And then I've grabbed another one of those sentiments from that bundle, and it says, wish you love, laughters, and wonderful dreams. Isn't that sweet? At this point, I decided I wanted the card to be landscape, so I'm just moving the sentiments around until I find a place where I like it. Guys, this took like 20 minutes. I fast forwarded it, don't worry. And then I'm just going to finish this off with some clear gems from Lucy Abrams' shop. Is it Abrams or Abrahams? From Lucy's shop, okay? I'll link it in the description. And look at her little card. Look at the charcoal, guys. The charcoal is insane. It's like so sparkly and shimmery at the same time. And this is the mummy card, just to show you that you can do it either with foiled sentiments or without a foiled sentiment. It's still beautifully sparkly. So another thing I wanted to show you is that any sentiment works with these cards, guys. This is just a gold embossed sentiment, and that works. This is just one with glitter. I've covered it with glitter, and that works so beautifully, guys. And then this is holographic cardstock. That works as well. And you can even go dark with it. And look, it works. So you can just do these cards and have fun with it. Thank you for watching, guys. This is the end of the video, and I'm so glad you watched till the end. And if you did watch to the end, please hit the subscribe button so that I know you enjoyed my content, and then give the like button a touch of love so that YouTube knows you enjoyed my content. Please check out my website www.lovebuildsupcrafts.com, where you will find a blog, and I will be posting a card that I made with the same technique on the blog, but it's a different one. It's an abstract card. It's not like a flowery card. So check that out. And if you click this like icon there, you will be taken to my Instagram page. Guys, there's a lot of things on my Instagram page that I don't turn into YouTube videos. So if you've got a moment, check out my Instagram reels, my IGTVs, and there's like quick tips as well that I share on there. And if you're not following me on Instagram, then please follow me on Instagram. And don't forget to watch my other videos, guys. I always appreciate your support. So thank you so much if you do watch my videos.